Welcome to the University of St. Thomas, School of Education, Department of Special Education, presentation on Hyflex Learning. I am Lynn Stansberry-Bresnahan, a professor in the Department of Special Education. In this presentation, you will learn about the Hyflex model for course instruction that has been adopted by the University of St. Thomas, Department of Special Education. Let's start by defining some key terms, and those are face-to-face, online, and hybrid. Face-to-face, learners participate in person by sitting in an actual classroom with an instructor present in real time. Online, learners participate on the web, either in real time, which is synchronously, or called co-location, or not in real time, which is referred to as asynchronously. Hybrid, learners participate in a combination of in-person and online learning. Now let's define Hyflex. Hyflex is a combination of the terms hybrid and flexible. Hybrid learning is when instructors utilize a combination of online and in-person face-to-face instructional methods. With Hyflex, we use the combination of online and face-to-face in-person methods in an even more flexible way. With Hyflex learning, learners select how they will complete the course materials. This flexibility does not mean that learners can take a week off. Hyflex equals flexibility. Hyflex is a course delivery model that maximizes students' choice through flexible daily participation. Students choose from face-to-face, synchronous, or asynchronous participation in course materials. Let's revisit and define some additional terms. These terms are face-to-face, synchronous, and asynchronous. Face-to-face, learners participate in person by sitting in an actual classroom with instructor present in real time. Synchronous online is where learners participate through chat and video conferences such as Zoom. Remotely, in real time, however, learners are co-located. They're in two locations at once. Asynchronous learners participate through online recordings and discussions, such as VoiceThread or discussion board, but not in real time. So let's discuss how this flexible learning format is integrated into the Department of Special Education courses. Each of our courses consists of 8 learning modules. For each of these, learners will have a choice of how they engage in the module's content. In each module in our Hyflex courses, learners have 3 choices on how to engage with the materials. Here is an example. Learners may engage with the lectures by, number 1, participating in the classroom, 2, participating at home during the scheduled time of class, or 3, listening to the recorded lecture online at their leisure. Let's dive deeper into each of these 3 choices. Number 1 is the option of sitting in the classroom. Here, learners are participating with the live lecture. The instructor is on site with the learners. Discussion is occurring in class, and learning activities where information is being applied is completed during class. Let's look at option 2. Here we have learners sitting at home. There's a live lecture being conducted by the instructor in the classroom with the students who chose option 1. The students at home are participating in the discussion via Zoom, and the learning activities being completed in class are also being completed by the learners who are sitting at home. Now let's look at option 3. This is the completely online version, and here students listen to a recorded lecture. They participate in discussion boards or voice threads to get the discussion portion of that course content completed. And the learning activities completed in class are completed by these students independently. Let's look at how each course starts. Each course starts out the same at the beginning of the semester. In week 1, learners will complete a Getting Started pre-module. Learners will complete a self-paced online module during that first week that will introduce them to the technology needed to be successful in the course. In week 2, we recommend learners come to campus and participate in the course overview pre-module. Students may use online technology to participate synchronously or watch an asynchronous recording of the session, but it's highly recommended that learners come to campus to meet their instructor and fellow classmates during this pre-module course overview. This is an opportunity for learners to build their learning community. This is an example of what a course might look like over a 15-week period with 8 modules. In week 3, the first of the 8 modules, Module 1 is introduced. During the red sessions, there is no face-to-face in-person class scheduled, giving learners time to complete field experiences and assignments. During the red weeks, there are virtual meetings online for learners who have completed the modules asynchronously. The first 2 sessions in week 1 and 2, and the last 2 sessions in week 14 and 15 are identical for all participants. So our Hyflex courses are set up so learners complete 8 modules interspersed with weeks to complete field experiences. Here's another look at that 15-week period. During week 3, Module 1 begins, and learners have 3 choices to participate in the learning materials. You will see in this framework, the course instructor presents 2 modules, and then there's a week for field work. This instructor has used this framework throughout the semester. At the end of the semester, once again, are weeks 14 and 15, and here this course instructor has set up a final project help session, both virtually and online. Here's another view of what the overall schedule could look like. In week 1, we see a module overview, and everyone completes the required online activities asynchronously. In week 2, there's a course overview where individuals review the course expectations and assignments with the instructor on site. In Module 1, the course content begins, and this is where the Hyflex comes in. Individuals can participate in class, in the classroom location, online synchronously, or the student can sit at home or a coffee shop, wherever they want, but they're participating at the same time as the in-person folks. And then they have the third choice of online asynchronous, where they can pick where they are participating and when. Module 2 then would follow, and then you'll see here a field work or virtual sessions, and that same format goes throughout. Here's just another view of weeks 3 through 14 to give you an idea of how Hyflex looks. So weeks 3 and 4, we have Module 1, 2, completed Hyflex. And week 5, there's the field work and virtual synchronous session online. So let's go and explain a little bit more about this so it starts to make sense by looking at the field work sessions. So the fieldwork weeks give learners the opportunity to do fieldwork and complete assignments. Learners have the opportunity to apply what they are learning in the course in a school setting. Fieldwork weeks generally do not introduce new content, and fieldwork weeks provide time to preview upcoming or review previous module content. It's an opportunity to catch up for learners that may have fallen behind. Now let's discuss virtual sessions. Virtual sessions are the same weeks as fieldwork. Virtual sessions are required for the learners who completed any of the previous modules since the last virtual session completely online asynchronous. Virtual sessions are scheduled during the same time as the face-to-face in-person classes, but virtual sessions are synchronous, meaning they're online via Zoom, and everybody's on with the course instructor who is completing the course modules online completely. There are a minimum of 4 virtual sessions in each Hyflex course, and virtual sessions are recorded and shared on the Canvas site to review. Instructors may require an additional assignment if you are not live at the virtual session. Let's talk about those face-to-face and co-located students who are completing the materials. Students who attend face-to-face or are synchronous during lectures have the opportunity to optionally preview or review the pre-recorded course lectures in each module. They're available for them, so it really can enhance the learning. You can preview what's going to happen in course, or you can review what happened in course just to get maybe some of those difficult concepts down. Students who attend face-to-face and synchronous are also invited to optionally attend the virtual sessions during the field experience week to enhance their learning. At the end of the semester in week 14 and 15, there are opportunities to complete the rest of the course assignments. So perhaps you have a large final assignment in a course. During week 14, for example, there might be additional field work or a virtual synchronous session where everybody comes together to work on practice on completing some of those assignments that are necessary for that course. Week 15 is in person. So where week 14 was online, week 15 might be in person, and this might be an assignment session where you're working on a final practice, or project, or you're practicing an activity such as an IEP meeting with parents. This could be group project work. It could be presentations. So the end of the semester will look the same for all learners regardless of how they choose to participate in the weekly course contents. So, in summary, the Hyflex format provides Tommies the opportunity to choose how they want to engage with the course contents and learn. Thank you for learning more about Hyflex learning.